Have you ever noticed how the words you use affect your mood and outlook? The power of language goes far beyond simple communication. It shapes our thoughts, influences our emotions, and can even change our lives. In this video, we'll explore how conscious language can transform your world from the inside out. Words are more than just sounds or symbols on a page. They're the building blocks of our thoughts and the foundation of our reality. When we speak or think, we're not just expressing ideas, we're actually creating neural pathways in our brains. These pathways influence how we perceive the world around us and how we react to it. Let's start by looking at the impact of negative self-talk. We all have an inner voice, and sometimes that voice can be pretty harsh. How often do you catch yourself thinking things like, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough"? These seemingly harmless phrases can have a profound effect on our self-esteem and confidence. When we repeatedly tell ourselves negative things, we start to believe them. This can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and missed opportunities. But here's the good news. Just as negative words can bring us down, positive self-talk can lift us up. By consciously choosing more supportive and encouraging language, we can boost our confidence and motivation. Instead of focusing on what we can't do, we can shift our attention to what we can achieve. This simple change in perspective can open up a world of possibilities. Our words don't just affect us individually. They also play a crucial role in our relationships with others. The language we use in our interactions can either strengthen our connections or create barriers. Think about how different the same message can feel when it's phrased in a kind, respectful way versus a harsh or critical one. By being mindful of our words, we can improve our communication and build stronger, more positive relationships. There's actually scientific research backing up the power of words. Studies in linguistics and psychology have shown that the language we use can influence our perception and behavior in significant ways. For example, research has found that people who use more positive language tend to have better mental health outcomes and are more resilient in the face of challenges. So how can we harness this power for ourselves? It starts with conscious language, being mindful of the words we use both in our speech and in our thoughts. This doesn't mean censoring ourselves or always being artificially positive. Instead, it's about becoming aware of our language patterns and making intentional choices about how we express ourselves. One technique for developing conscious language is to practice mindfulness in your speaking and thinking. Take a moment to pause before you speak or react to a situation. Ask yourself, is this the most helpful way to express what I want to say? This brief moment of reflection can make a big difference in how you communicate. You can also try keeping a language journal. For a week, jot down phrases you frequently use, especially when you're stressed or upset. Look for patterns in your language. Are there particular negative phrases that come up often? Once you've identified these patterns, you can start to work on replacing them with more constructive alternatives. Another powerful aspect of conscious language is its role in goal achievement. The words we use when we talk about our goals can significantly impact our chances of reaching them. When we frame our objectives in positive, specific language, we're more likely to stay motivated and take action towards achieving them. For example, instead of saying, "I want to stop being so lazy," you might rephrase it as, "I want to increase my productivity." This subtle shift focuses on what you want to achieve rather than what you want to avoid. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference in how you approach your goal. Creating powerful affirmations is another way to use language to support your goals. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. They help reinforce positive beliefs and can boost your confidence as you work towards your objectives. The key is to make your affirmations specific, positive, and present tense. Instead of I will be successful, try I am capable and resourceful in achieving my goals. Of course, changing our language habits isn't always easy. We often have ingrained patterns of speech and thought that can be challenging to overcome. The first step is to identify these patterns. Pay attention to the phrases you use most often, especially in stressful situations. Are there certain words or expressions that you fall back on when you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed? Once you've identified these patterns, you can start to work on changing them. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and practice. Start small by focusing on one or two phrases you'd like to change. When you catch yourself using these phrases, pause and try to rephrase your thought or statement in a more positive or constructive way. One area where conscious language can have a particularly powerful impact is in stress management. The words we use can either increase or decrease our stress levels. When we use alarmist language or catastrophize situations, we often make ourselves feel more anxious and overwhelmed. On the other hand, using calming and rational language can help us approach challenges with a clearer, more balanced mindset. For instance, if you're facing a difficult task at work, instead of thinking, "This is impossible, I'll never get it done," try reframing it as, "This is challenging, but I can break it down into manageable steps." This shift in language doesn't change the task itself, but it can significantly change how you feel about it and how you approach it. It's also helpful to have a set of calming phrases that you can use in stressful situations. These might be simple affirmations like, "I can handle this," or "This will pass." By repeatedly using these phrases, you're not only soothing yourself in the moment, but also training your brain to respond more calmly to stress over time. One of the most exciting aspects of conscious language is its ripple effect. When you start changing your language, you're not just affecting yourself, you're influencing those around you as well. Your more positive and constructive communication can inspire others to do the same, creating a more supportive and uplifting environment in your home, workplace, or community. This ripple effect can be particularly powerful in leadership roles. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a manager, or a community leader, your language sets the tone for those you lead. By modeling conscious language, you can foster a culture of positivity and growth. So how can you start incorporating more conscious language into your daily life? Here are some simple practices you can try. Start your day with positive affirmations. These can be as simple as, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way today," or "I choose to focus on the good in my life." Practice gratitude. Regularly expressing thanks for the good things in your life, even small ones, can shift your focus to the positive. Be mindful of your self-talk. When you catch yourself using negative self-talk, pause and rephrase your thought in a more supportive way. Use I statements. Instead of saying, "You made me angry," try, "I feel angry when." This takes ownership of your feelings and is less likely to put others on the defensive. Practice active listening. Really focus on what others are saying instead of just waiting for your turn to speak. This can lead to more meaningful and positive interactions. Avoid absolutes like always and never. These words can make problems seem insurmountable. Instead, use more balanced language that acknowledges the complexity of situations. Choose empowering questions. Instead of, "Why does this always happen to me?" Ask, "What can I learn from this situation?" Use solution-focused language. Rather than dwelling on problems, focus your words on potential solutions and positive outcomes. Practice compassionate self-talk. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. End your day with positive reflection. Before bed, think about or write down 3 good things that happened during the day, no matter how small. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's about progress and becoming more aware of the power of your words. Even small changes in your language can lead to significant shifts in your mindset and your life over time. As you begin to use more conscious language, you may notice changes in various aspects of your life. You might find yourself feeling more confident and capable. Your relationships may improve as your communication becomes clearer and more positive. You may even find that you're better able to handle stress and challenges. But perhaps the most profound change will be in how you see yourself and your place in the world. By choosing words that empower and uplift, you're not just changing your language, you're changing your reality. You're creating a narrative of growth, resilience, and possibility. The power of words extends far beyond mere communication. They shape our thoughts, influence our emotions, and can truly transform our lives. By becoming more conscious of the language we use, we can harness this power to create positive change in ourselves and in the world around us. So, as you go about your day, pay attention to your words. Notice how they make you feel, how they affect others, and how they shape your perception of the world. And remember, every word you speak or think is an opportunity to bring more positivity, more understanding, and more growth into your life. The journey towards more conscious language is ongoing. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. You might find yourself falling back into old patterns of speech or thought. That's okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward, to keep practicing, and to be patient and kind with yourself as you learn and grow. As you continue on this path, you may find that your increased awareness of language extends beyond your personal life. You might start noticing the power of words in media, in politics, in advertising. This awareness can help you become a more critical thinker and a more conscious consumer of information. You might also find yourself becoming more interested in learning about language and communication. There's a whole world of fascinating research and insights in fields like linguistics, psychology, and neuroscience that relate to the power of words. Exploring these areas can deepen your understanding and give you even more tools for using language effectively. Remember, too, that conscious language isn't just about the words you use with others or even with yourself. It's also about how you receive and interpret the words of others. As you become more aware of the power of language, you may find that you're better able to understand the intentions behind others' words, even when they're not using conscious language themselves. This can lead to greater empathy and more harmonious relationships. It's also worth noting that the concept of conscious language can be applied in various contexts. In your personal life, it can improve your self-esteem and relationships. In your professional life, it can enhance your leadership skills and communication effectiveness. In your creative endeavors, it can help you express yourself more clearly and powerfully. As you progress on your journey with conscious language, you might want to set some goals for yourself. These could be simple, like catching and reframing one negative thought each day, or more complex, like writing a journal entry each week reflecting on your language use. Setting goals can help you stay motivated and track your progress over time. You might also consider sharing what you're learning with others. As you experience the benefits of conscious language in your own life, you may feel inspired to help others discover this power too. This could be as simple as discussing the concept with friends and family, or you might even consider organizing a workshop or study group on the topic. Remember that language is deeply connected to culture and personal history. As you work on your language, be mindful and respectful of these connections. The goal isn't to erase your unique voice or cultural expressions, but to enhance them with more conscious choices. It's also important to note that while conscious language is a powerful tool, it's not a magic solution to all of life's problems. It works best when combined with other positive practices like regular exercise, healthy eating, good sleep habits, and nurturing relationships. Think of conscious language as one important piece of your overall well being toolkit. As you continue to explore the power of words, you may find that your relationship with language itself changes. You might develop a deeper appreciation for the nuances of expression, the rhythm of speech, the poetry in everyday conversation. This heightened awareness can enrich your experience of communication in all its forms. Remember that the power of words extends to written language as well. Whether you're writing an email, a social media post, or a personal journal entry, you have the opportunity to choose your words consciously. This can make your written communication more effective and can also serve as another form of practice for your spoken language. As you become more adept at using conscious language, you may find that it becomes second nature. What once required effort and deliberate thought may start to feel natural and automatic. This is a sign of real progress. You're rewiring your brain to naturally choose more positive and empowering language. However, even as conscious language becomes more habitual, it's important to maintain your awareness. Language is constantly evolving, and new situations will always present new challenges. Staying mindful and continuing to learn will help you adapt your language use as needed. It's also worth considering how conscious language can be applied in different areas of your life. In your personal relationships, it can foster deeper understanding and connection. In your work life, it can improve your communication with colleagues and clients. In your community involvement, it can help you articulate your ideas and inspire others. As you continue on this journey, remember that every interaction is an opportunity to practice conscious language. Whether you're having a deep conversation with a loved one or making small talk with a stranger, you have the chance to choose words that uplift, inspire, and create positive change. The power of words is truly remarkable. They have the ability to shape our thoughts, influence our emotions, and even alter our perception of reality. By harnessing this power through conscious language, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and positive change. So, as you move forward from this video, carry with you the knowledge of the immense power you hold in your words. Every time you speak, write, or even think, you have the opportunity to shape your world for the better. Use this power wisely, use it consciously, and watch as it transforms your life in ways you might never have imagined. Remember, the journey of conscious language is ongoing. There's always more to learn, more to discover, and more ways to grow. But with each step you take, with each word you choose more carefully, you're creating a more positive, more empowering reality for yourself and for those around you. So, are you ready to harness the power of your words? Are you prepared to transform your life through conscious language? The choice is yours, and it begins with the very next word you speak. What will that word be?